Blame It on the Rain remake. The song is so nostalgic. As soon as I tell people I'm interviewing for this song, people still light up. They don't care where it came from. Why the remake, and what's it, what's the inspiration?
Inspiration is well, it started with Diane Warren, who wrote the song. I work with her. I work with her daily, and we're doing a tribute to Diane. Covering her songs in the reggae, island reggae field. So I chose for my participation on this album the Blame It on the Rain, and I called Fab and I said, "Hey man, is it cool if I cover, such a mega song?" And he was like, "Dude, go get him. Let's go." And he came on board, helped with the production and just being a great sounding board for it. And that's kind of how it happened. This was 7 months ago, before all of this incredible craziness happened, and that's how it started.
Fab, for you, what does this song mean over time, and how has it aged in your soul?
Well, for me, it brings me back to the beginning of my career. It was kind of an incredible journey, but I was able to live through it. And because I lived through it and stood back up and reinvent myself, now I celebrate life. For me, it's a celebration of life, because every time I get on stage, every weekend, whether it's with the band or back of tape, I do my thing, and it's like stepping into this time machine. But the people are still reacting the same as what they used to react like back then. Those songs I call them immortal songs. They're going to be here forever. And now, because of Monsters and the resurgence, the young generation is now discovering it. And it's really amazing to see how they're reacting to it. Because, oldie but goodie. A good song is a good song, and you can see it. It was made, the intent behind the song was made with love. Things were made differently way back. And I can see that, whether it's Girl Knows True, whether it's Blame It on the Rain, whether it's Girl I'm Gonna Miss You, to mention the ones that are in a Monster series. It's amazing to see how they weathered the time. And now I'm just celebrating Rob as well, who's no longer here. And Damon, 7 months before Monsters, came to me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing that." I was like, "Man, you got my blessings." And now everything is just serendipitous. Everything happens at the same time. And it's lovely to see that. So we both going to join forces, and have joined forces, and continue to join forces, and see where it takes us. Music is life.
Yes.
Dame, I mean, you're trying to pick up a mantle and a torch. This is a Grammy award-winning song. I mean, this is an iconic song for people of my generation. Do you carry that weight with you, or are you just letting it flow?
I'm having fun, man. I grew up in this business, and like Fab said, a hit is a hit is a hit, right? And the one thing I want to say is that the version I did not want to in any way change the integrity. That's one thing that's very important about music. When you have a hit and a monster, no pun intended, of this size, you don't change the integrity of the song, right? You do what we call a true cover. And that's what I did, because just as much as I'm paying homage to Diane, I am a huge Milli Vanilli fan. And
thank you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that, brother. And so, when you hear me singing those words, and doing it, I literally try to keep the integrity of the song musically, and just give it a little bit of a reggae flair, man. A little skank here and a little change in the bass line maybe, but that's about it.
And it landed nicely too. It's perfect.
Yes.
I love the version.
And I've seen the documentaries and stuff, Fab, because this song it just fascinates the masses. Everything that went behind the scenes. You yourself are a true artist, and afterwards you took singing lessons. I mean, you took the craft serious. It's not like you don't take the art, the craft of music serious.
The singing lessons, they lasted just a few. I didn't have the money to pay for that. So what do? You sing. That's what you do. You perform, you sing, you get better. That's what an artist is supposed to do. And that's what I've been doing. Been on the road for 30 years, So at some point, you got to get better. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to survive. And, music is where I live from. So there was no other choice. But that was my dream. My original dream was to become a singer-songwriter. But those songs gave me the career. So when I perform, when the promoter said, "Hey, Fab, we'd like you to perform," way back then, they're like, "Yeah, but we want you to perform those songs." I was like, "Okay, no biggie." So we started it, and back then I used to sing those songs anyways, even though that was not me there. Well, I was doing it. Who was doing it and rehearsing it with the band, and those songs are part of me, and they're part of. We're interconnected for life. And when people say, "Oh my God, those songs are so connected to my soul," and I say, "Well, we are connected as well, because music is the soundtrack of our lives, and we are in the people's psyche. So those songs will remain. And as you can see, the youth is receiving it with love. They're loving those songs, they sing those songs, and now I'm becoming part of their subconscious as well. And Damon, same thing. By redoing this version in a reggae version, then some young people are going to discover it and be like, "Oh yeah, remember like way back when that version, the reggae version came out," and that becomes now part of their subconscious and the soundtrack of their lives. So music is healing, music is powerful, and will always be an element that we all consume, but we can't touch it. And it produces love at the same time. And when it's made with love, it produces love. That's my philosophy,
Written by Dionne Warwick. I mean, you have a lot to live up to. What do you do? I mean, you could have done a country version, but you went reggae.
Yeah.
Why reggae and not country? Because country is hot right now.
Well, because my success as an artist has been in the island reggae market for the last 6-7 years. I've had a lot of major hits in that market, and also because the album that we're doing with Diane is island reggae covers of her hits, and I chose "Blame It on the Rain." That's exactly why we did it in that genre. Mm-hmm.
And why blame it on the rain? I mean, Milli Vanilli has other hits, but I mean,
because Diane Warren wrote "Blame It on the Rain." I was planning as well. I told Fab before. Obviously, being a huge fan, my tribute to Milli Vanilli is flipping all of their hits that I loved into the island reggae market, which I'm planning to do down the line, because I grew up on these songs, love all of these songs, know the words backwards, forward, sideways, even know the dance moves, because let's be honest, Rob and Fab were like aerobics instructors back then, and they had, listen, to keep up with those, and he still is. Fab is like an aerobics. If you try to dance all the way through one of their mid-tempo or up-tempos, try to dance to "Girl, You Know It's True," and when you get to the second verse, you'll be winded. And to see them do it, and to see Fab still doing it, I'm in awe. So yeah, I'm going to attempt. And I told him, I joked with him, I said, "Man, I'm going to do a cover album paying homage to you, with the songs." And gosh, because here's the one thing I will say. The reggae market lends itself perfectly to covers of songs. And that, to kind of put the nail on the, hit the nail on the head for your question about country and all of that. Reggae is one of the best genres. I would say island reggae specific, for covering hits, because it literally, you don't lose the integrity of the original songs.
And I agree on a couple of things. Number one, Milli Vanilli is like a jazzercise on steroids. I mean, it's amazing how those guys pranced around the stage like gazelles.
Yeah, still.
Thank you.
And you're right. I mean, I've been to Hawaii, and I am so shocked when I go to like Hawaii, and and I go to all the islands. I mean, I'm an island hopper. But you hear there's always like 50 reggae stations, even in Hawaii on the Big Island. There's like 50 reggae stations.
And what are they all playing? They're all playing covers of some of the biggest hits in the world, right?
Yeah, definitely. So, Fab, one more last question. I mean, you travel all around the world. I mean, you touched on the fact that fans still receive the song. How does it feel to just still be able to go anywhere on the planet, literally anywhere on the planet, and sing this song and get that reaction?
It's amazing, and for me, I'm so glad that I remain true to myself and to my dream to become a singer-songwriter. I knew the road was and would be uncertain as far as where I would land, but I put the work in. I love play an instrument, how to learn how to produce. And then it gave me the confidence to continue and say, you know what, this is what I was born to do. So I turned to music and I said, I'm going to prove you that I am worth your relationship. And she said, okay, then show me. And that's been my attitude for years, to just like make music that also feels like it breathes who I am, an extension of people haven't discovered that part of myself yet, but they're about to. And, and 2025 is going to be the year of, my music coming out. And I'm the father of 4 as well. So I know what love is, and I had to love myself first before moving forward. And I forgive everyone that did what they did to us by scapegoating us and not really taking the blame as well, no pun intended. But I'm still here, and I'm here with a smile. So go check out the documentary. There's a movie as well. Damon is there. We're blaming on the rain. We're celebrating Milli Vanilli. My dude is not here anymore. God rest his soul. And I'm celebrating Rob at the same time, and long live Milli Vanilli. Long live.